right. I think it's about time we start in with some cheese. A few weeks ago, someone mentioned to me the cheese caves in the United States. And I was like, the fuck is that? Is that somewhere in Wisconsin? Because, like, Wisconsin is, like, the state of the cheese, right? But no, it turns out that the government, for some reason, hoarded cheese, and I found this fascinating. And then I think someone in my Discord server gave me a video called America's Secret Underground Cheese Bunkers, and now I have to fucking watch it. The Gemini in me is desperate for this information, okay? I need to see what possessed the United States of America to hoard cheese like a fucking dragon in underground. Cheese.
Sometimes I dream about cheese.
It is ridiculous. This is the fat electrician, by the way. This is one of the stupidest things I've ever heard. It's like, hey, guess what? America has cheese bunkers. What the fuck do you mean America has cheese bunkers for? Why? Did you just learn about the cheese balls? Yeah, like 2 weeks ago, and it has haunted my brain ever since. It hasn't left me. It has haunted me in my dreams. I keep thinking about the cheese balls, and I'm wondering, why the fuck are there cheese balls? Does anybody have a deep dive video about it? And yes, the fat electrician does.
Today we're talking about America's strategic cheese reserve. Yeah, if you...
Why do we have a cheese reserve? Of all of the foods in the world to have a reserve of, wouldn't you have, like, seeds? Or something a bit more useful? Why cheese? Like, why cheese?
The head of the U.S. dairy is called the Cheese Lord.
That's like the rank in the Navy you get if you're like guarding the cheese bunkers, I bet. Because cheese, because like they age well if they're not like, no, I know that cheese is aged for the most part, so it keeps for a really long time. Like Parmesan cheese, like Parmigiano Reggiano, ages for at least 2 years. But like, is cheese a nutritionally dense food? Oh shit! That's rad! You know what else is rad? Gamer subs! Do you want energy? Do you want to be able to fight 20 people as one man? May I recommend trying out gamer subs? Yeah, fucking energy for days, baby! Laser focus, dodge, and you will exude pink fire if you get too excited. And it's pink because he used fucking code KinkyMation at checkout. 10% off, remember that. Ton of energy, and if you don't want energy because caffeine is spooky scary, they got you, baby boo. Caffeine-free flavors, sugar-free. Become a man, be like a dragon, be like Kiryu. Boom, chill over. It's like, it's cheese. If anything, it's just gonna make you constipated, chat.
No, the United States currently has over 500 underground cave warehouses spanning across 35 different states, the largest of which is underneath Springfield, Missouri.
Why? Why? 35 states. You guys know how big the US is? You guys know how big that country is? Like, sure, but the vast majority of the population is like on both coasts, and then the middle is like Tornado Alley, but like, do you know how big the US is that we'd have caves in 35 states filled with cheese? Like, it's so fucking big. Like, cheese. What? Okay.
August 2022 currently hoards 1.5 billion pounds of cheese.
Okay. As your resident alien creature that just got to this planet like 2 years ago, why are humans like this? Why are you guys like this? What possessed you? Billions. What possessed the government of the country that keeps fucking trying to hunt me down even though I have my human passport? Like, aren't there people in the States that are like fucking dead-ass starving? Give the school children cheese! Take it from the vault. As a fucking not from this planet life form, it baffles me that you guys have like that much dairy just sitting there underground. Like, what are we saving it for? It's like an idle game where you start collecting random shit and then you turn around like fucking you forgot to log out, and then like a month later you have like a cave full of cheese. Imagine this scenario. Fucking nuclear war, everything goes to hell. People will go on a quest to find the fabled cheese caves. No, they will! No, they will! There is a post-apocalyptic game out there that doesn't exist yet that is called Finding the Dairy, okay? The nuclear winter, your goal? Find the cheese cave. Find one of these places because the cheese caves are underground. They're safe from the radiation, okay? It's food. Find the cheese cave. That's why Horizon takes place in America. What if the cheese vaults are still there in Horizon like 3,000 years later? Maybe they emptied those out to make the cauldrons. Maybe that's why the cauldrons already had room, because they were the cheese caves. Horizon Zero Dairy. I can guarantee you that they use those cheese vaults for at least some of the fucking projects for Zero Dawn. Jesus Christ. I'd play that game. Now that's some lore. Mama. World building.
And just
cheese.
for the record, I realize I'm uploading this video very close to April Fool's Day.
Yeah,
this is not an April.
I would have thought it was a joke. I would have been like, you're joking, right?
Fool's joke. I am 100% serious. El Dorado is real, and Uncle Sam made it out of
Dorado
cheese.
is real and it's cheese. El Dorado is real and it's golden cheese.
Look, El Dorado,
Me!
the city of gold.
And
And
it's
I know
just
what you're
cheese.
thinking. Right now, you're like, wow, that's a cool little factoid. I can't wait to share that with my buddy at the bar one day. But
No,
no,
I'm flabbergasted.
This is going to infect your thoughts
No,
for the rest
it's
of your life.
genuinely it stayed with me. It stayed with me for weeks. I keep thinking to myself, why? What are we gonna do with it? Why do we need it? Like I've tried to get this on the schedule for like 3 weeks. You guys don't understand. This has stayed with me. This has stayed with me. Literally waking up in a cold sweat asking yourself, why? I have.
See the world through the same lens ever again. I mean, for example, let's just say you're at home watching The Walking Dead. You're gonna come to the realization there'd be way more fucking cheese in the apocalypse than that. okay?
Yeah,
You're never gonna be able to-
like how come no one talks about the cheese bunkers? How come in like all the, like in Horizon they should have been there? They probably emptied them out. But like, how come like no post-apocalyptic stories that take place in the States talk about the cheese? This is real. This is very, very real.
watch Mad Max again without thinking about cheese. You have to come
But
to the terrifying
to be fair, Australia
realization
doesn't
that
have
you
cheese
live
caves.
in a world where there is a greater than 0% chance that one of these underground cheese caves gets mistaken for a government facility and gets nuked in World
Hello, Lily.
Hi, thanks so much for the Subaltron. No. There is literally less than a 0% chance that some like fucking Russian intelligence agent thinks one of these cheese caves is actually like a fucking weapons factory or something, nukes it, and then radioactive cheese rains down on the world.
War III, and we're gonna have to deal with a radioactive tsunami wave
Oh,
of nacho
cheese!
cheese.
Oh my
And
god,
this is
yes! Yes! And it's gonna be terrible. How come no one talks about this? This is an info hazard. This is I'm classifying the cheese caves as an info hazard.
real life. So I asked myself one question: how on earth did America get to this point? Because I know it didn't happen overnight.
Yeah, it did
And what
not.
I found was the
And why
craziest
are we
real-
hoarding cheese? Twilight, thanks so much for the membership. Cheese, mama, like. I think you're jealous of the
world
cheese cave.
example
Oh, I would
of a
love a cheese
butterfly
cave.
effect that I have ever seen. And believe it or not, it all actually ties back in with last week's video of the ice cream ships of World War II. If you missed
Oh,
that,
I did know about that one. Apparently, they had a lot of ships in World War II that just dead-ass had ice cream in them for like no good reason. Gemini facts.
super abbreviated version. Basically, the U.S. government banned alcohol during Prohibition in the 1920s.
And everybody just
Because of
started
that,
making
all the
ice cream
bars in
instead.
America turned themselves into ice cream parlors to stay
Yeah,
in
just get
business.
crunked on ice cream.
Stepped up to
I've been to one of the cheese caves on my truck routes before.
And you're
It's
still
cool
alive?
looking. Also, it's better than Canada's syrup reserve.
Wait. You're telling me that we can have a fucking charcuterie board post-apocalyptically by interconnected caves of countries that just fucking hoard bullshit. Okay, someone has to make a game about that like yesterday. A quest for the caves. A quest for the cheese.
fill the social void left by alcohol. If so facto, there was like 2 generations of America.
It's literally that meme in Oblivion. Cheese for everybody! Tell me you know about the Great Canadian Maple Syrup Heist. I'm loosely aware of it. This is fascinating history. Fascinating.
Americans that treated ice cream like it was alcohol.
Oh yeah, I
socially
guess
speaking.
people would
As I'm sure you can
pretend to
imagine,
get
this would
crunked on fucking ice cream because you couldn't do it for real, so like... We're gonna have the jamon caves. No, Spanish! Look it the fuck up. Do we have, in this country, somewhere in fucking, like, Andalusia or mierdas, do we have a reserve of jamón ibérico de bellota? And if so, I need to know where it is.
We have cheese, syrup, the Texas Jerky Vault.
What do you mean the Texas Jerky Vault? Or it's probably olive oil is probably the reserve, not so much ham. But like, we could survive the apocalypse because of fucking governments hoarding food. The charcuterie wars. No, they actually spiked the ice cream. Jesus Christ.
drive up dairy consumption. Combine that with the fact that the 30s and 40s is when refrigeration would become readily accessible, meant that for the first time in human history there was such a demand for dairy products that farmers could exclusively become dairy farmers. Meaning that this would be the
yeah,
birth of the
farmers used to
entire
be
dairy
variety farmers.
industry.
It's kind of like
And
streaming.
honestly, it worked out great.
Before like fucking very niche streaming was a thing, for very niche farming was a thing, like you could be a variety farmer. So you would have your cattle, you would have your field, you would have your hens, whatever. But since most products tended to go bad very quickly, you could only produce very small amounts of all of them, and they were very like local grocery stores where you could get the shit. Once they started making fridges and bullshit, then farmers could like specifically dedicate themselves to like things. So like, yeah, that's why now there's like very specific types of farmers. I personally feel like being a variety farmer is the way to go.
There are no jerky vaults. I'm sorry for lying.
I would shadow realm you if I wasn't in such a good mood. I'm fascinated by this cheese vault, okay?
right up until
Where's
it
the
didn't
just
in
farming category
1949.
at Twitch?
1949, 4 years after World War II, the American military is downsized. There's not an entire horde of young men eating 10,000 calories a day, and
Oh,
America's not exporting
can do that with
anywhere near as
cheese.
much food to other countries for war relief, meant that there was a decrease in dairy consumption.
Did you
or a
guys
dip in the
know
dairy
that
market.
lately on Instagram I've been seeing gym bros saying that the perfect food for working out is like literally Parmesan cheese? Like the real Parmesan cheese, because it's so protein heavy. But like Parmesan cheese isn't cheap. So you're like 200 grams of Parmesan cheese is perfect for building muscle. It's like, yeah, but it's gonna cost you, mama.
As this became a bigger and bigger problem, the government had to step in because they weren't about to let the entire dairy industry implode, because, I mean, let's face it, that would be utter catastrophe. So the USDA stepped in and said, hey, you know what? We're going to buy all the excess milk. Okay, pause. Thought experiment. You're a dairy farmer.
Yeah.
You make all of your money by selling milk. And
Yeah.
then suddenly, a couple years back, motherfuckers quit drinking milk, aka you made less money. Now
Yeah.
the government has come out of left field and said, hey, we're going to buy all of the
All of
milk.
it.
What do you do?
I
You make
sell it. Obviously, you sell the milk, mama. You sell the fucking milk to the government, because otherwise you're gonna die.
more fucking milk. And that's exactly what happened. So just to be clear, there was already too much milk. Now there's definitely gonna be too much
Oh,
milk.
because people are opportunistic and they're gonna be like, bitch, if the government is buying the milkies, we gotta make more milkies to sell them milkies. And then, yeah, that's what that happened. Okay. So it was greed. Greed was the answer.
Naturally, all the milk starts flowing in. The government has absolutely no idea what to do with it, so they turn it into cheese. That way it doesn't expire.
What type
That
of cheese? What type of cheese am I gonna be looking for in the apocalypse?
part makes sense, but now what do you do with all the cheese?
Yeah,
they
what
have
the
no
fuck?
clue, so they just throw it underneath a mountain, ignore it, and hope the problem goes away. But it
But, like, here's the thing with cheese, right? It doesn't go bad. Like, if it's cheese like Gouda or cheeses that can actually be aged, it doesn't go bad. It might, like, fucking harden into stone eventually, but it doesn't go bad.
doesn't go away because every single presidential administration through the 50s, the 60s,
It's literally called government cheese and it basically crafts singles but as a giant block.
We could solve world hunger with the cheese balls. We really could. We could solve world hunger with the fucking cheese bunkers, and we're not doing it. Why the fuck are people starving in anywhere in America if the fucking cheese bunkers are a thing?
the 70s, they all continue to buy up excess milk.
That
to
should be
prop
the
up
next
dairy
Fallout game.
industry, turn it into cheese, and stash it away in these caves. It literally turns into a giant political game of kick the can down the road because nobody wants to be the president that crashes the global economy by not buying enough milk while sitting on top of a mountain of cheese, which, understandable.
I
don't-
love that fucking, like, mental image of fucking Obama sitting on a throne made out of wheels of fucking cheese. Cheese for the cheese throne. Yeah, it's like, picture this, Spanish, you're gonna have to make this, so I hope that your Photoshop skills are up to par. Like, the Iron Throne, but made out of cheese. The Iron Throne, but, like, made out of cheese, and Obama's sitting on it, and he has, like, a cheese crown. You can put Biden instead of Obama if you want, but the throne is non-negotiable, okay? The throne is non-negotiable. The dairy throne. Game of cows. Jesus Christ, just make grilled cheeses for Africa. Yeah, just ship it out! Like, we're simultaneously so greedy that this cheese thing is a problem, but also so stingy that we're not giving it away. That would solve the problem, you know that, right? We do ship a lot of it out, more.
don't want to be that guy either. Then, fast forward to 1980, Ronald Reagan, aka the small government guy, gets elected, finds out that the US government is sitting on top of 500
Oh no, did he
million
ruin it?
pounds of cheese and spending $1 million a day to refrigerate and store it. And he looks at this whole issue like a beaver looks at running water. Absolutely fucking not. We can't have it. So his administration goes about figuring out the cheapest way to solve this cheese problem.
Give it away! What do you mean the cheapest way? Give it away!
Obviously,
Offer
we're gonna
fucking
throw it
wheels
all-
of cheese as fucking diplomatic gifts when you go visit other countries. Take like a ton of cheese to like fucking China. Here you go, Chinese president. Have an offering of American cheese. Here you go, president of fucking Mexico. Have 1 million cheese. Here you go, Putin. Have 1 million cheese. Like that would solve the problem. Your politics bore me. Sitting on the cheese throne, looking down at the peasants. Ship them to space. They would keep in the void. Develop cheese weapons. I don't know.
Obviously, we're gonna throw it all in the ocean. How
Oh my god, it would be briny. If you throw it, like, I'm sorry. I say this lovingly to all my American things, I love you, but your country's fucking soulless. Holy shit. Your country's fucking soulless. With so many people out there that are hungry, you could solve a decent chunk of world hunger or help people out by just giving away this cheese, and your solution is to throw it in the ocean? It's like how buffets and restaurants are like, oh, we have so much food left over. Should we like give it away to the homeless? No, throw it out. You guys don't understand. Starting to give away all of this cheese would have made the US look so good. It would have been like, they're so generous. They're giving us gifts of dairy. Who cares if all fucking Latinos are lactose intolerant? We'll keep it.
However, having at least the foresight to understand that that would cause political backlash, he wanted to see how the public would receive it, so someone from his administration shows up to a White House press conference with a 5-pound block of moldy cheese and is like, hey, we got 500 million pounds of this shit. How would you guys feel if we threw it in the ocean?
Oh God, bad, probably.
Fun. We'll save money on cheese. We're gonna find out if blue whales are lactose intolerant. It's gonna be a great science experiment. The public did not go for it.
God, yeah, because the public is fucking sane. The public is like, wait, you're gonna waste all that food? No. Also, the ocean is not a dumpster. Why are we contaminating the tuna with fucking cheddar? Some poor fisherman in Japan is gonna make like his prize fucking otoro and it's gonna taste like cheese. Moldy, and moldy sucks about, they're keeping it refrigerated.
Taxes for the last 40 years, you've turned those taxes into cheese. I would at least like the cheese. So then the Reagan administration took the 55-gallon drums of cheese, cut it up into 5-pound blocks, packaged it, and spent the remainder of his administration funneling 300 million pounds of cheese into impoverished and elderly homes.
I mean, that's something. That's something. Like, at least we gave away some cheese, we gave some people some intestinal blockages, but like, at least we did something. We used the cheese for good.
And this is where we get the saying, government cheese, from.
Oh!
You're gonna end up eating a steady diet of government cheese and living in a van down by the river.
Oh, this is how they distributed the crack? Yeah.
The U.S. government would then continue to give out government cheese until the 1990s when they seemingly ran out, because as of today, all 1.5 billion pounds of underground secret cheese in America is privately owned by corporations like Kraft.
No! No! That's why we can't have world peace! So it's no longer government cheese, it's capitalist cheese. Ugh. I'm sorry, what? You guys know that your fucking Kraft singles come from these vaults, right? This cheese could have done some good for the world. And now it's fucking corporately owned. Because I hate, like, in the nicest way possible, I love my American fans, but I hate America. Like, your country is like a black hole of ethics. It's like literally like the most like black hole of fucking dystopian bullshit I've ever seen in my life. Like, you had this cheese that you could give away for people for free, but a corporation fucking like gave you money and suddenly you gave them all this cheese and now no one can have it. The first people to go in that apocalypse is gonna be like the Kraft executive that's gonna get hunted down in Minecraft because he's hoarding this cheese. Like, privately owned cheese now rotting away because they would never give it away because it would disturb their bottom line. This is why you guys can't have nice things, because a fucking corporation is gonna come up, buy it, and then ruin your whole day.
Vita. And this is the part where I wanted to end the video on a happy note of the
I was just doing with the drug cartels. Terrible. Thanks for asking. For some reason, you know that American cheese isn't proper cheese, yeah? Pasteurization is mandatory here, which kills the good bacteria. It tastes like ass, too. Oh, pasteurization is actually good for you, because if you eat raw milk, you might die, so... the flavor's still good. The only cheeses you don't need to pasteurize is shit like Parmesan, which is aged for like 2 years. But most of the lactose disappears from the cheese anyway. Like, you should not consume raw cheese. It's very dangerous.
Made a mistake. They fixed a mistake over 50 years. Happy ending. Hooray. However,
that's not a happy ending if the fucking corporations are hoarding all the good shit.
Because something happened in the 1990s where the government was able to stop buying the excess milk. What happened? And that's when it hit me. It was absolutely the Got Milk ad campaign.
I remember this one. I absolutely remember this one, yeah.
Biggest, most iconic ad campaign of all time. I mean, every cafeteria in every school in America had a bunch of posters of famous athletes with milk mustaches saying, "Got milk, drink your milk." I vividly remember
milk is actually not at all bad for you, by the way. Most people tend to be lactose intolerant because you grow out of it. And fun fact, most Latinos are lactose intolerant. But most of us choose to ignore it.
As a child, telling me that if I didn't drink enough milk, my arms would literally fall off my body.
Yeah, your bones would like rot.
Well, Mr. Miller told me he never drinks milk. Look at him.
Oh, ads in the 90s. How, like, traumatizing children everywhere. My favorite. My fucking favorite. I will say this though, milk in America doesn't really taste like much, but milk here in Europe, godly. Even pasteurized, it tastes, I mean, should be pasteurized, tastes fucking amazing. It's kind of sweet, buttery, sometimes a little nutty. Milk here in Europe tastes amazing. I don't know what the fuck they put in milk in Mexico and in the States that tastes like nothing, but milk here tastes so fucking good. As a Latina, I can confirm. Thankfully, cheese doesn't have that effect on me, but milk with tons of lactose, yes. Then again, I love my lattes and ice cream. I usually have lactose-free as well. Most Latinos are lactose intolerant. We just don't care. Like, imagine, like, yeah, chug that milk, dude. Chug it. I would do the same thing. I would fucking cry. I would cry and fucking drink like 5 glasses of milk a day.
Please send help.
I can't, but thank you for the super.
Milk.
Surely this is what inspired an entire generation of Americans to eat and drink more dairy products, right? I mean, yeah, probably.
Probably, and the fucking cheese vaults are probably not helping.
But looking back on it now as an adult, doesn't it seem just a little bit weird that it wasn't a particular company
conspiracy time! I love conspiracy time. Tinfoil hat, go.
On all these ads? Like, if there wasn't one company profiting from selling all this milk, where was all the money coming from? I mean, it almost seems like the government launched a giant psychological operation, ad campaign, just so that they could offload milk so they wouldn't have to keep contributing to their mountain of cheese. Well, I'm gonna take this off now because
I think that's true though. I think that they were like strategically planning on how to get rid of the fucking cheese vault, so it's not their problem anymore.
That's legit exactly what happened.
Yeah, it's not a conspiracy. Like, the government probably did not want... Look, they probably thought we have better shit to do than to fucking have a mountain of cheese.
The U.S. government created a non-profit organization known as Dairy Management Incorporated, and their entire job was to get the American people to eat and drink more dairy products.
So we can get rid of the cheese vaults forever.
A cabal of individuals plotting behind the scenes to get people to eat more cheese.
Okay, guys, you're getting a little political in chat. No politics. We're talking about cheese.
Biggest conspiracy of all time. And I'm not even kidding. Anything that has ever been sold or marketed that involved way too much cheese on it, this company is behind. Okay,
oh my god, it was the government trying to offload cheese on everybody. This is why you guys are fat in America. The government is trying to make you guys fat because they need to get rid of all the cheese.
Steak quesadillas. They were behind the Got Milk ad campaign. In 2002, when Pizza
Hut is so ridiculous, I can't believe it's real.
Summer of Cheese event where they put way too much cheese on all their pizzas.
Is that why there's like Instagram videos of people drowning their hamburgers in disgusting cheese sauces? I can't eat a burger if it's covered in hot sauce, my guy.
In 2010, when Domino's almost went out of business, they gave Domino's $12 million to stay in business and then gave them a bunch of cheese so that they could put extra cheese on all of their pizzas.
Es un complot. Es un complot de lactosa. That's an industry plant. Domino's is an industry plant for the big cheese. I'm obsessed. Holy shit. Oh my god, is that why crushed stuff like this? It's all a fucking psyop. It's all a setup. It's all a setup so we eat more cheese. Okay, now I understand why they're not as obsessed with dairy over here in Europe. Biggie cheese. America's not a real place. I thought that Mexico was the simulation, but the US might be beating us out. Because in Mexico, it's stuff that happens in the street. In the States, it's shit that happens in the government. It's like a level of absurdity above Mexico, a little bit, yeah. The Domino's plan.
And that was their entire proposition for staying in business. Hey, our pizzas have more cheese on them now, so they're good. It is absolutely...
To be fair, Domino's here and in Mexico is actually really, really baller.
That explains why Domino's is still in business despite their pizza tasting like May.
See, I hear people in the States complain about Domino's all the time, but like Domino's in Mexico and in Spain is actually goated. We have croissant crust here. Get on my level, plebs.
Insane. So I did it. I found the world's cheesiest conspiracy, but then I found leaked internal documents from DMI. And they are the funniest fucking thing I have ever read.
Oh, please, this is making my day.
Let me go ahead and read one for you now. It's a letter from Pizza Hut to DMI regarding a meeting they recently had, July 6, 1999.
No.
Dear Britta, we wanted to express our thanks once again for a wonderful meeting last week. We appreciate your team taking the time to share some very valuable information and creativity during our brainstorming session.
How the fuck can you be creative about cheese?
The presentation you gave regarding DMI's available resources and cheese industry insights. We look forward to working together to develop many cheese ideas we've discussed.
Cheese ideas! Oh, I hate corpos. Like, That is the most corporate jargon I've ever heard. And like the worst part is that they probably get so excited about it. They're like, we have so many cheese ideas to tell you, and like their idea is just stuffed crust or cheese sticks fried in Dorito powder dust or something. Like, is FNAF an industry plan to sell more pizzas? Okay, is that Lord and Lady of Cheese I see on this signature?
It's going to be a valuable partnership for both Pizza Hut and DMI. Let's sell more pizza and more cheese! Exclamation point. Thank you again for coming to Dallas. We look forward to talking to you soon about our partnership opportunities. We will call you next week to discuss the next steps. Sincerely, Derek, Lord of the Cheese, and Liskrin, Lady of the Cheese.
I can't! Oh my god, America. You know what? America, you guys win. You guys win. Because in Mexico, we have random shit happening all the time. It feels like a simulation. But like, America put this shit into their bureaucracy. You guys win. I'm sorry. This is like, oh my god. Like, the day that I sign an email with Lady of the Cheese is the day that I can die happy. I love that. It's like corpos trying to be funny, but because it's corpos, they just sound really weird and kind of cringy.
Even they know that this is a fucking joke.
Of course they do! Well, this is the fucking funniest thing I've ever heard. I love this.
Because Dairy Management Incorporated...
I can't sign my business email CEO of sex. The looks I would get from people...
...is a non-profit. They don't actually have to raise money for themselves like most non-profits do, because they're also a government checkoff program, which means every dairy farmer in America is legally required, whether they want to or not, to send this company money so that they can advertise on their behalf. And their annual budget is like $140 million a year, with their CEO and top-level executives all making right around $1 million per year. Okay, if you're not...
Like, imagine getting $1 million of a fucking cave of moldy-ass cheese that we fucking got by mistake in, like, the fucking 40s. Why is it that in America, even the funniest shit ends up becoming rich asshole? This is like caves of cheese. It should be the funniest shit on the planet. Like, why did it become like a fucking a carousel of rich asshole? Like, in America, you fucking lift a rock and there's like rich assholes underneath it. What the fuck is wrong with your country? Decades of unrestrained capitalism. You guys should have probably put a fucking break on that. They're trying. They should try harder. It cannot be that this fucking cheese thing, which is so fucking funny, is like fucking Jesus Christ, rich asshole.
I'm not picking up what I'm putting down. I'm trying to tell you there is a group of people in America getting paid $1 million to convince a...
Pink thing, energy. Hi, Angel. I'm looking at the cheese caves. How you doing? I was just ranting about cheese.
Okay, that's like trying to fucking explain to Stevie Wonder what nothing looks like and getting paid $1 million for it. He already fucking knows that, okay? It makes no goddamn sense. Cheese is so fucking good that it is the one thing on earth that if you were allergic to it, we're not going to say you have a cheese allergy. No,
we say you are intolerant.
We're not going to say you're allergic.
You say you're intolerant, and then you fucking tank it anyway. Like, you don't say, oh, I'm allergic to dairy. No, you say, I'm lactose intolerant, and you fucking tank that shit anyway.
We all know you're going to eat that shit anyways, because the consequences
are... Yeah, look, you can be, like, the most lactose intolerant person on the planet. I am talking about ending up on the toilet in, like, 0.10 minutes and, like, shitting your brains out for, like, an hour. You're still gonna eat that pizza. You're still gonna do it. You're gonna be like, I will deal with this tomorrow. And then you're just laying on the floor. You're sweaty. You're panting. Your pants have disappeared. It's one of those poops that you end up like fully naked on the toilet. And you just get up slowly to drink some water. And you're like, worth it. That's it. That's how much people like cheese. Lactate exists. Yeah, actually. You can actually, I think, not make yourself lactose intolerant if you microdose yourself with whole milk.
Am I upset right now? A little bit. Is it because I'm jealous? Uh-huh. It's basically selling ass candles to dogs and getting paid $1 million for it.
Yeah.
It is the most ridiculously easy job on the planet, and I'm so mad that it's not
Yeah,
mine.
You're like fucking sending cheese puns to Pizza Hut and signing emails as Lord of the Cheese, mama. You don't call me out. No, I'm sorry, because like, look, I'm there with you guys. I also like cheese even though it's not good for me. I'm Latina. I'm supposed to be lactose intolerant. Like, I am calling out the cheese warriors of the world who know that shit makes them fucking have a really hard time and they tank it anyway.
Anyways, I guess if you made it this far in the Unhinged TED Talk, in conclusion, the U.S. government banned alcohol in the 1920s. It set forth a ripple effect through time, and now we have cheese balls. Dude in 2023 has my dream job of making $1 million a year to convince people of some shit they already knew. And the U.S. has 1.5 billion pounds of cheese hidden in an underground cave network. Fucking, the more you know.
We need to find it. We need to make a game, chat. Like, post-apocalyptic scenario. Like, did you guys know that there's like a vault of cheese?
Thanks for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang. out. I'm gonna go eat some fucking
I like your merch, Fat Electrician. Oh, fucking big shout out to the Fat Electrician, because this video was everything. That was insanely entertaining, super fucking funny. My Gemini brain is fed, my soul is cleansed, and I am forever convinced that America is just, you lift a rock and there's a rich asshole underneath it, trying to sell me the rock. I like the Fat Electrician. I think that the videos are great, so go watch this one or go sub to his channel as well. Literally, this is America, but the dude in the suit, rich asshole. This is the perfect metaphor. Fucking throw it in his underoos. Just leave it. Put it on your fucking knee. Drop it into your underwear. Oh well. Goodbye! And this is the States. I love this video though. It's so fucking good.
What's this guy doing?
Hobby's been collecting these, by the way. Oh! America. Eat cheese, bruv. Imagine this, but the suit is made of cheese. I like that he sleeves it and then fucking yeets it at you anyway. Pleb. Hey, baby! Get Gambit on. And yeah, that's the States. That's the cheese fucking, that's the cheese bunker things. I'm flabbergasted. The States is a fucking simulation, I'm convinced at this point. I want some cheese now, though. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think about the cheese caves. We should go find them. We should make a post-apocalyptic zombie game, and like the whole point of it is to find the cheese caves. Americans, you guys should raid the cheese caves. Raid them for freedom. Raid them for justice. Raid those cheese caves. Reclaim what belongs to the people.